Hey everybody, Shivy here. It has been almost 2 months since I put out a video, but life's been really busy, and now that it's starting to settle down, I wanted to come up with a really great analysis that I thought you all would enjoy seeing. Most of my content up to this point has been based on prices and things like that, but this time it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to do somewhat of a deck tech analysis, so kind of what are the most popular decks? How are those trending over time? So I'll just start from this main screen on Curiosa, and then we'll dive into the solution. But there is just such an awesome amount of content here. As you can see, there's over 6,500 decks that people have created. And I think the team has done an awesome job to where you can filter by, a particular avatar, kind of see what's going on. There's some filters that you can apply to see kind of what's the most popular of all time, what's created most recently. Anyways, just wanted to highlight there's already a ton of great content here, but there are a few things that don't come through in this page, and that's what really led me to want to analyze it further. So I want to put out a few videos in the coming weeks, hopefully sooner than that, to really help to analyze these decks in a more exhaustive way. So I'll tab over to this view that I've been working on. And what you can see here is the summary of those 6,500 decks that are in Curiosa. So I can very easily see kind of a pie chart of what are the most popular avatars. So let's just go ahead and click into a few of these. So I can see, Sorcerer is hands down the most popular avatar to build with almost 21% of all decks that are created on Curiosa using Sorcerer. And then that's followed by Battle Mage, Death Speaker, etc. But what's kind of cool about this is you can kind of click into it and see, well, how's that trending over time? And of course, as alpha and beta were out, there's an avatar pool there that is eligible. But then when Arthurian Legends came out and we got a great set of new avatars, there's more that you can build with. But anyways, you can see the first Arthurian Legends avatar is Archimago. You can see, it came out in October, and basically from the get-go, it was at 12%. And it spiked all the way up to 14, but now it's down to only 9%. But that's still, a good chunk of decks. The other cool thing about this is you can kind of quickly see what are the most popular decks for Archimago. So we can see the trend over time, but then we can also see when it was created, the number of likes, comments, views, and then this hot score is basically an indication of what's trending. So just a cool little way here to be able to see what are the most popular decks. The most popular one viewed of all time. I mean, there's a lot of names in the community here that are really cool to see. So Kyle from Scourge Altars, got the most popular deck here with Fury Road. You can see, in the public view of Curiosa, he's kind of leading the way with 53 decks. And that's one thing that Curiosa doesn't allow, is to be able to see, well, just show me all of those decks. Because he's put out some great content and articles lately about, mana, threshold, all that kind of stuff. And obviously is just a really proficient deck builder. So maybe you want to analyze more of his. So you could, specifically filter there. You can see, Kyle has brewed mostly with Archimago, and then Druid, Sorcerer, Death Speaker, etc. But kind of a cool way that you can see perhaps some of the more popular deck builders and what they're building with. I saw, several other cool names here. I mean, there's Kevmo, I see Drake, I see, obviously Ira is a powerhouse when it comes to gameplay. So anyways, fun to see a lot of the names here that we're familiar with. But Here, I'll go back out, I'll reset that view. And one thing I wanted to show here was, okay, great, you can kind of see the trend over time, but you can also, let's say, remove some of the historic data. So if we wanted to say, okay, just show me the popularity of things since October 1st when Arthurian Legends came out. Now we can see that Archimago is actually the second most popular avatar based on the Alpha Beta Arthurian Legends avatar pool. So, and again, just kind of able to click into it. If you want to brew Archimago, that's awesome. I have pretty much a deck built with every single one of these avatars, and it's just so fun to get to play with, but you can really get some inspiration from other people on what's going on here. So that's the main thing I wanted to show. Maybe a quick plug for future videos that are coming out. I stayed pretty high level in this one. It's just the avatar trends over time. The cool thing about this data is we know every single card that's in these decks, and now we can start to get even more thorough analysis. So I'll just hop over here real quick. I mentioned this in my Patreon of kind of what's coming. I'll hop down to number 2 here real quick. This first bullet point is basically what I covered today. What's the most popular avatar and how has that trended over time? But in the next ones that come out, I'll talk about, what percentage of decks are running, oops, that's a typo, Morgana Le Fay or Ring of Morrigan. And really just who's creating the decks. But there's a lot more that's going to come because there's a lot of discussion in the Discord about, should a certain card be banned? Is it too prominent in the decks? Is it an auto include? So those are the types of things that we'll get into in the future. At the moment, I don't have this accessible for end user interaction. That's coming soon. But again, maybe just as a quick plug for what I'm perhaps more known for, it's the price tracker. Just a super quick overview here. I'm not going to dwell on it, but you can see, alpha and beta price trends. You can see Arthurian Legends. This is a cool one, just price trends over time. So, perhaps how is Arthurian Legends doing just with set singles, and we're only interested in non-foils. So you can kind of see those trends over time. This one's my personal favorite, the price change versus prior day. Really able to see kind of what's going up and down in price, maybe find a buyout, find a great deal, something that you're interested in buying. You can look at, card detail. If you really wanted to dive into, a particular card, you can see what's going on with Valley of Delight over time. There's the biggest movers. There's this is a popular one as well, a playset price summary. There's a lot of new players that have been getting into the game and they say, hey, I just want to buy a playset. What's that going to cost me? So you can very quickly see here, for Alpha, Beta, and Arthurian Legends, what's a fair price for a playset or even, just a particular set of those rarity. And then lastly, there's the expected value. This is a great way to basically see, what's going on with box prices. I've got some scenarios that you can play with. If you have bad luck like me and, you're not going to get a unique foil, you can see, what's that expected value of the bulk as well as the kind of things that are a little bit easier to sell. So anyways, maybe spend a little more time there than I meant to. The purpose of the video is really about deck tech and what's coming and what are people building. Wanted to give exposure to this tool, give a little bit of a teaser for the card analysis that's coming soon. So anyways, I'll put some details in the description of the video. Please give it a thumbs up. I would really like that. I think this is my 9th video that I've come out with, and for those that are YouTube pros, they've said, hey, you need to put out 10 videos before you really trigger the algorithm to start showing. So if you do like this, if you want to see more, I really would value a thumbs up and a subscribe. But anyways, hope you're all doing great, and have a great rest of the day. See ya.